You look like in the movies when there's like a fast food worker. Remember what I'm talking about? That's exactly what you look like with your little like hair and your
Hello, welcome to the Waft, episode 9. May I take your order?
That's exactly what it's reminding me
There
of.
it is. There's the open.
Uh-huh.
Dick. Also, little get off my chest hat. Beautiful little magnet back here to let the old bunski loose. When I got it, it said like the perfect hat for women. How about the perfect hat for women and dudes with man buns, huh? Where's the gender equality on that one?
You should probably email and write them.
That's all I got.
Tell them about
That's all I got. So, episode 9. The Waft, live from the Franklin Bedroom Podcast Studios. Spoiler alert, we talk about me shitting myself twice today.
Way to give away the good stuff before we even get going.
No, you gotta hook them.
Oh.
Now, that hook is right there.
Uh-huh.
Right there.
Now you gotta reel
And
it
we're
in.
gonna reel you in. We're gonna reel you in. Because what we learned is we just come in here and we just chat life. Try to keep it 10 minutes and just have some fun. Sometimes you laugh about yourself. Sometimes you have to cry. Sometimes you just smile. Whatever. You go with the flow. And you go. I know you're dying. So we were in the car today. And we originally put down a list of ideas, like what do we want to talk about?
One of them was our life's most embarrassing moments.
It might have been on there.
That was on there because Dwight's most embarrassing moment is just golden. And I think we thought of it because it happened kind of recently again, almost.
We'll get there.
So yeah, we'll just dive right into Dwight's most embarrassing moment.
So to preface it, whenever we move, when we moved from Kentucky to here, we moved and the next day I got sick. That's my boob.
That's looking pretty good. I don't know whether it's this angle.
Yeah,
but
accountability buddies. Those 100 push-ups every day.
We're paying off, babe.
Yep. And there, the gun show.
Yeah,
Yep, we're getting there,
okay.
people. So I hope you're sticking to what you were doing. But anyway, when we moved into the apartment, I think within 24, 48 hours, I got sick and just felt like shit. I don't get sick a lot. So I don't know if just like working and it was cold and moving on the stuff. Then we move 6 months later. And again, within 24 hours, I think I got food poisoning this time, but I got deathly ill. And from 10 o'clock at night until noon the next day, I probably puked and pooped over 50 times. TMI, I know, but whatever. You guys are used to it by now.
Also, he's a man. And if our female listeners, we know what men are like when they're sick. That's all I have to say. We know what they're like. Dwight was making himself throw up over and over again, which probably led to the dehydration. Maybe if he wasn't a baby and didn't make him throw up, then we wouldn't have that problem. But sidetrack, he gets food poisoning. He is pooping everywhere in the toilet, making himself throw up, and all night. And it's rough. Like, listening to it is definitely rough. First night in the apartment, I'm sleeping like a baby, and then I hear him puking his guts out. It
was a low point for me.
Yeah.
I ended up at the ER that afternoon.
In the morning, you're throwing up all night and pooping over 50 times, and you finally come to bed in the morning.
Like 9 a.m.
And he's laying there, and we're sleeping, and then we wake up, and he farts, and his face was like, I just pooped myself. And he hops out of bed so fast and runs into the bathroom of our brand new apartment and shuts the door, thank God. And he's like, can you give me a trash bag? And I run and get him a trash bag. And he legit thought, don't trust a fart. Number one lesson of the day. He pooped his pants.
The older you get, don't trust them. But especially if you're sick and have had just a leaky butthole.
He literally sprung out of bed. And we had to throw the underwear away because...
It was the fastest I was like the cat the other day when his food went off and he was like Usain Bolt from the bedroom to get to his food. I was the same. From the bed to the bathroom.
His face would just be like, I pooped myself.
Pooped myself, bam, like gone.
So then we clean it up. He cleans it up.
Yes.
And he continues to make himself throw up, which then causes dehydration, and he hasn't eaten, and he hasn't been able to drink anything. And so, luckily my dad was in town, and we're like, come on, stop being a fucking baby. Sorry, excuse my language. Let's go to the hospital. As you fart. As you fart. Really?
Just adding to the story.
So we take him to the hospital, and he gets an IV, and they're like, yeah, you know, like, you're being a baby, it's food poisoning. And the woman says, I remember this so clearly, with getting the IV, the liquids, she's like, this might, you know, go through you. So we go home, and you lay down to sleep.
First of all, I don't know if it was food poisoning or the flu. I forget what she tells me, but she's just like, the fact that you lasted like 14 hours of all this poop and puke and haven't came in yet, you're a strong one. She didn't say that.
We ladies know what men are like when they're sick. So then we come home from the ER, and Dwight falls asleep, and I'm hanging out with my dad, and he goes, babe, can you come here? And I go into the bedroom, and he's laying down on his back, and he rolls over on his side.
Was I wearing sweats?
You were wearing your gray sweats again, round 2 of pooping in your gray sweats, and he goes, did I poop myself? So me being the loving fiance I am,
I just like rolled over.
He rolls over, and I look, and the sheets are just soaking wet, and his butt is just soaking wet. Luckily, it was just more like watery poop. It wasn't like full poop. But then I could smell it, and I was like, you didn't just poop the pants, you shit the bed. Like, fully had to rip the sheets off, and now of our brand new bed that we just got in our new apartment.
I was asleep. I couldn't control it. It was one of those things, though, that, like, I woke up. I was in a deep sleep. Mind you, I haven't slept in probably 36 hours at this point. So I'm just there minding my own business, snoozing away. And when I wake up and I'm on my back, and I just, like, I feel like, I kind of, like, it's like swishing in there. So you just kind of do one of these. I'm like, that's odd.
So you call me
That's odd. But then, that's odd. And then I kind of take a whiff. I'm like, it doesn't smell terrible because, like you said, it's a lot of water. Like, something doesn't feel off here. And then I roll over. I'm like, yeah, there's something there. But I can't, like, look. And I want to get it everywhere if my fear of what happened, which did happen. So then, yeah, that is poop number 2.
Yeah.
Then it number 2.
Yeah, it got better. You know, you got better. But then literally, I think it was 2 days ago, he's having some stomach issues, and he's standing in the bedroom, and he farts, and his face is that same face. And he goes, I think I just pooped myself. And I was like, are you, like, you're kidding, right? Like, he says that kind of often. So I'm like, you're kidding. And then the way he just kind of waddles into the bathroom, I was like, oh shit, you're serious. You think you pooped yourself.
False alarm, but in the 30s, you gotta be careful.
I mean,
you gotta be careful, people. Do not
never trust a
those
fart.
Farts
is the moral of the story here.
But positives here. In my 30s, that was when I was 29, the story she just told. So in my 30s, I'm 31 now. I'm a man. I have not pooped my pants once in my 30s. Boom. Success. Yeah. And number 2, I asked her to marry me like 5 months before I shit myself twice, and she still engaged to me. So I'm doing something right.
It just gave me such a good laugh.
And I hope it gave you a good laugh.
Like, whenever you're in our studio or you meet Dwight and you just need a good laugh, literally think of him pooping his pants multiple times in his life. Not in his 30s, but in his 20s.
It was fantastic. It is a great laugh. Others are gonna be, they're not laughing at me, you're laughing with me. And it's kind of like I will tell future kids or just anyone in general, if you're getting like bullied or something, if you just harness, like for me, just own up to, like, yeah, I pooped my pants and make a joke out of it. Like, you take the ammo from the bully. Like, well, I can't make fun of you for pooping your pants because you own it. So it's like, well, now what?
Can't make fun of you for wearing a lady's hat because you're owning it.
Because I own it, which I don't know what I'm not even going to give the company a shout out. I'm going to cover the logo up wherever it is. It's your fault for being sexist.
Okay.
I don't think we're topping that. I think we're about 10 minutes in. And we're not topping that.
No. I mean, I don't have any embarrassing moments. It's fine.
The time that you thought I was going to break up with you, the first time you told me that your boobs were fake. But
that's not embarrassing. That's a real life issue.
But it happened.
Yeah, I'm a lady. I don't have embarrassing moments.
Then you're a lady and you just farted.
That's another fart. If you don't get the acoustics, he just farted.
I'm going to learn how to edit, and we're going to put a little counter in the corner, and it's going to say fart count. And we're going to count it for the episode. Why do you guys watch this? I don't know. But that's the Waft, episode 9. You stay cool, cool cats and kittens. Peace out, Cub Scouts.